everyone. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what actually happens when you ignore your inner guidance, your intuitive nudges, whatever you want to call them, and what's going on, what might be going on that causes you to ignore your spiritual guidance, your intuitive guidance, and lastly, what you can do about it. My name is Jessica Cisco. I am a medium and spiritual coach, and my services can be found in the link in the description. There have definitely been times in my life when I've been given the same piece of intuitive guidance over and over and over again. Spirit was just giving me the same piece of guidance in several different ways, and I would just ignore it or give myself excuses as to why I couldn't do it, why I couldn't follow it. And there's still times, I still definitely have those times in my life. Don't think I have it all figured out, because we're all human. But I wanted to talk about what happens when you ignore this guidance and consistently ignore your guidance, because it's being given to you for a reason. What often happens to me is I get into this place of stagnation where it's like, okay, nothing seems to be happening. Nothing seems to be moving in my life. I feel directionless. And then inevitably I get to a place of frustration. And yes, I am human, so I sometimes take that frustration out on Spirit. I'm like, Spirit, why aren't you just giving me my next step? And they're like, well, we are. We're giving it to you. We're literally giving you your direction. We're showing you which path to go, which path to take. So inevitably, I have no choice but to come to that place of understanding, like, oh, it's me. I have to act on this guidance, or I have to figure out what it means for me, and then go from there. And I've identified some reasons why it's difficult to act on that guidance, or it's easier rather to ignore it. And one of those things that I know I've done is said things like, well, is this really the time to do that? Is this really good timing? With all the things going on in the world and all the things going on around me, is this really good timing? And the answer to that question is yes, because Spirit wouldn't give you a piece of guidance or a direction to go in. They wouldn't point you in a certain direction, give you a certain path to walk down. unless it was for a reason and they're saying yes, that is the time to act on that guidance, because what if that guidance is pointing you to a solution to whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life? And what if it could help someone out in the world who's going through something right now? Another excuse I've made is, well, and I don't know if I'd call it an excuse, but something that my mind definitely does is convince myself that I can't fully trust myself. I can't fully trust the guidance that's coming forward. And this could be coming from several different places, but for me, it comes from a place of guilt. It comes from a place of, is it wrong to completely and fully trust myself? And the conclusion I keep coming to is no, that was just a learned behavior. That was just a learned belief from when I was growing up and I saw people deferring to one another instead of trusting themselves completely. So I've kind of had to talk myself out of that every time I experience that. It could also be coming from a place of fear that it's somehow unsafe to follow your guidance. Maybe it'll take you into a place that's unfamiliar to you, or you are being guided to do something you've never done before. And it's okay to have those fears, but when those fears start running your life, it could be really distracting from your path and really distracting from the things you want to do. And it just doesn't feel good. I've definitely said that to myself before. Well, I haven't done that thing before. I haven't experienced that thing before. So it's not going to work out. And I have to remind myself, well, that's not true. Of course, I've never done it before, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work out. Or maybe it's something that I have tried before and the timing just wasn't right. Or maybe a piece of guidance will take me into an unfamiliar situation or location, and that's okay too. The thing to do, I feel, and I'm starting to really acknowledge to myself that I have to do, is to just act on that guidance. Yes, deal with the fear. Yes, deal with the things that come up around that, because if I don't deal with them, they're going to keep coming up. But just to take one step toward acting on that guidance, because I really do feel that Spirit has our backs and our best interest at heart. And I do feel that they're giving us this guidance for a reason. And I don't always know what that is, but I do know that it's always trustworthy and it's never led me wrong before. So I really, really encourage you to just think of one piece of guidance that you've been consistently given lately. What is holding you back from following that guidance, and just take one step toward it. And if you need any support, my link is in the description. I do offer one-on-one services. I am sending you all so much love. See you in the next video.